50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, welcome in everyone to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 532. Today is Monday, June 9th, 2025. And Elvis, the OKC Thunder are back. 1-1. What a dominant performance last night in game 2. How we doing today on a Monday?
Doing pretty well. The weather's not the greatest, but we're here, people. As a sports fan, I'm honestly doing great because both series right now tied 1-1 going into the week. So that's a good sign, people. Nothing's gonna be decided in 4, maybe 5. I'm hoping not, but 6+ is the goal each side.
Yeah. So last night, we had game 2 of the NBA Finals. I think it was a fail not having at least one game on a Saturday, either NHL or NBA. I mean, that was tough.
Well, UFC had a great
event,
so understandable.
Donnie was there. You saw him?
Yeah, he was there. He was chilling. Crowd was going nuts.
Nuts.
Honestly, I wish I was good. I went because that was honestly a good event.
Last time we went,
good. The event was I'm not gonna say it was trash.
No, it wasn't trash.
But it was just not to our expectations.
Marab is an animal. Like, he is so fucking good. He demolished Sean O'Malley. So yeah, we had that, and we had Money in the Bank for my WWE guys. But like, not having an NBA Finals game or an NHL Stanley Cup Final game over on Saturday, I thought was a fail. They didn't have anything. No football. We had both of the playoff games we'll talk about on Sunday. But yeah, that was kind of tough. But overall, we did have Sunday night game in OKC. OKC does take care of business, even up the series 123-107. They covered the 11 points. Game goes over to 227.5. SGA, man, what more can we say about the guy? I mean, anybody who took his series point spread or point total under 34, I don't know why you would do that. The guy he's just too good, man. And I'll say this because I really don't think we were able to handicap game 1. Another one of those flukes, like I told you about, game 1, like in Colorado and Denver, where they lost. Credit to them, Halliburton, man. What a fucking shot that was. But he had the shot. Right before that, SGA had the mid-range, and that is the shot you want from your MVP in game 1. And he just missed it. And I like Rick Carlisle not calling a timeout and letting the boys play. So, yeah, that was a crazy game 1. They come back. They've only lost back-to-back games 2 times this whole season, including the regular season, OKC. So you knew they were going to come back. They were going to come back motivated. They got help from Chet. Chet had a good game. So did Jalen Williams. Shout out to Alex Caruso, man. That guy is so fucking good. 20 points off the bench. He had 1 assist. He also had some rebounds, and he just plays such good defense as well. So, yeah, they got contributions everywhere, kid. And it's 1-1 going back to Indiana now.
Yeah, let's start in game 1. Give Indiana a lot of credit. I think they had 19 first-half turnovers, and somehow they was able to win that game. To me, that's remarkable. I understand 12-2 run to the last 3 minutes of the game to close it out. Halliburton with another game winner. 4th for 5th in this playoff run, but the fact that they were able to overcome 19 turnovers in just the first half against a very great Oklahoma City team, I think that got a little swept under the rug from the Halliburton game winner. And then we saw what we all know what was coming for game 2 in Oklahoma City Thunder. Kind of surprised they were laying at the game time it got to 11.5 after you could say such a great game 1 closeout by the Pacers, but we knew what this was coming. Oklahoma City, I said it, before I think the previous pod, they won 53 games by double digits. So I'm not shocked at all they won game 2 by double digits, but interesting enough, the series is tied 1-1. Little surprised about that. overall, Dill, I think the series is going to be better than I think people anticipated. We'll see about after game 2, but I got to give SGA his some flowers, Dill. We understand he's the MVP of the league, but what he was able to do between games 1 and 2, I doubted it, and I didn't think it'll ever be done. We know AI. Everybody remember AI's huge game against the Lakers. AI and Michael Jordan. Now SGH is ahead of those guys. Most points in their first 2 games of their finals debut. SGA has 72 points still. I did not think he was capable of doing that. We all know SGH is great, but what he's doing in the first 2 games of his finals debut is all time. When you are ahead of Allen Iverson and Michael Jordan, you're doing something special. So just wanted to get SGA his flowers on that, because what we saw from games 1 and 2 is an all-time performance.
They don't have anyone that could guard him. That's really the thing.
That's the thing. Nobody in the league could guard him consistently.
Consistently, yeah.
Yeah, maybe for a quarter, maybe for a half, maybe a game. Yeah. But for a series, he's gonna average about 28.
You heard Rick Carlisle say it after the game. You could just put in 34. Mm-hmm. You could just put it in. He's going to get that, whether it's at the line, whether it's the mid-range. It's remarkable, and I love the help he was getting. Even Aaron Wiggins. Look at him. He had a great game as well. He had 18 off the bench as well, plus 24. Everyone got in.
I think real quick, I think both teams, not just Oklahoma City, both teams are at their best when their bench is contributing. You saw Obi Toppin in game 1 give you 18 off the bench, hit 5 threes, able to pull up or upset. Now you got guys off the bench for Oklahoma City. You got Chet as well stepping up, and we saw Oklahoma at their best in game 2. Both these teams are at their best when their benches are flourishing as well.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I think my only thing is I don't think Indiana could get that on a consistent basis from their bench, as opposed to OKC, where Obi Toppin, he shot 5 threes, and then he went 1 for 5. The only one who really was doing anything was Benedict. He had 14 points off the bench. CJ had some shots, but it was closeout time when no one was really in the game at that point. But Pascal, he didn't really have the best game. Aaron Nesmith really didn't have that good of a game. Nembhard, he didn't have the best game. And Tyrese Halliburton, what do you have? 10, 11 points going into the fourth quarter. So he got most of his points late in the game as well. So I just think collectively they have the best defense in the league right now, OKC. I mean, it's hounding what they're able to do. They're suffocating something the Knicks or any team at this point was able to do when they're driving. It's just not Chet. It's Isaiah Hartenstein. It's Caruso. They are swarming you.
J-Dub.
Everyone.
It's a lot of deflections. People don't understand how many points they get off turnovers, how many times they're able to get on fast breaks just off tips. Jalen always gets his hand involved. Caruso.
Dort. I love Dort. I'm a huge Dort fan.
Dort's a unit. He's been a unit for a couple of years. I understand people doesn't like his stroke and all that, but Dort's a lockdown defender when they need him the most.
Yeah, no, that's obviously his strength, but no, I'm a huge Dort fan. I think he's really good.
And not for nothing, Chet protects the paint. I know
Chet had a much better game too.
Yeah, I know a lot of people get on him. He's light. He's lightweight and all that, but.
How's the rebound prop looking?
After game 2, much better. Game 1, I think he only had like 6. Game 2, he had 6. So right now, roughly, I think Pascal leads. So far.
I think Pascal does lead.
But right now he's second, so we're good.
I know everyone wants Indiana.
The best prop, Dill. The best prop is live.
What?
Indiana game 1, Thunder to win it all, plus 500.
Plus 500, yeah. And it doesn't matter if they win in 5, 6, or 7. I
said 6. You said 5. The thing is, right now the plus 500 is looking
live. Good. Yeah, that's a great play by you. And I was gonna say, it's 1-1, and I think as Indiana's, they could spin it to a positive and say, you know what, we took one on the road. We are gonna win one at home. It's hard to beat us twice at home. I don't know. Maybe I'm in love with this OKC team, man, but it seems like after game 2, it doesn't seem very hopeful for Indiana.
So you still have OKC in 5. I had 6. You had 5. Or
I still have 5.
You still have 5.
Yeah.
So you don't give Indiana, not to look ahead, but you don't give Indiana any shot games 3 or 4. I do.
I think it will be close. I'll say this. I think Indiana played better than I anticipated, because even in game 2 last night, where I'm like, oh, they cut it to 13. And then I got kind of up and I was like, oh, maybe. And then
it was a good first half. Second half,
it got out of the hand a little bit. But yeah, I think it's going to be a little more competitive than I thought. I kind of was discounting them a little bit, just because I think OKC is that good. And they haven't even shot the best like we've seen them in the regular season. So I don't know. I think it will be competitive, but a loss is a loss at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I still think even if they lose or they cover the big points, because they're going to be underdogs on both games at home, whether it's 6, whether it's 7, I really don't know.
Unless they win, which I doubt, by like a huge amount, like 25 in game 3, which I doubt.
I mean, OKC's 5.5 point favorites here in game 3.
The only way that changes for game 4 is
if they blow them out.
Blow them out, which I highly doubt.
I mean, it is possible. We just saw it.
No, they won a game. I'm talking about Pacers blowing them out.
Oh, Pacers, yeah.
To be favorite, you know.
And that's the thing. We could both agree Indiana can't blow this team out, but OKC could blow this team out.
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing.
We're on the same side. We both picked OKC to win it all.
Yeah, and I think basketball fans
have it at 6.
Yeah,
as a fan, I want to see 6.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. You and basketball junkies, and I say that in a positive way. You want a longer series. You want to see more basketball. I get that. I don't want to see this team. I don't mind seeing 7 games of the Knicks and OKC, but
not for nothing. I think game 1 was 9.8 million viewers, which was the lowest.
Smaller. I told you.
Yeah.
Even though I said it, we don't watch because of ratings, but still, it is telling.
It is telling, but at the end of the day, I guarantee. Well, I don't know the number, but I'm pretty sure over 10 tune in to game 2 after.
Really? Because I thought game 1 was way better. Obviously, you had the comeback.
I'm saying tune in.
Oh, let me see real quick.
Because game 1, I'm gonna say most people thought what happened in game 2 they expected.
They had more. They had more. There was
10. Maybe 11. Because game 1 was a shocker, and a lot of people was like, you know what? They probably regret seeing that 12-2 run to end the game. They probably regret seeing that game winner. Because I know people are not going to give him the credit because it's Halliburton, but still, that was a great.
Don't you hate when you go on an article and it gives you a preview and then it makes you pay? Oh, what the fuck?
And you know what also pisses me off? That there's people out there that pay.
No, I know. They pay for it.
Yeah, like I think it's the New York Post.
No, that's what I'm on, the New York Times.
Yeah, you gotta pay just to you read a paragraph and then I'm like, no way, this is real. People actually pay for
it. It doesn't have the ratings just yet because I don't even think we're 25.
It's fresh. Yeah, it's fresh. But like I said, game 1 was low. Game 2,
which is fine. Hey, I watched. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I don't care either. I guarantee remainder of the series, just because of game 1, how it ended, we're gonna see more viewership.
I'll say this though: the NHL Stanley Cups have been exciting, bro.
Real quick, for anybody listening, just watch the first period. You will be entertained. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's been so good. Both games have gone into overtime, and Brad Marchand, I mean, that guy, it didn't even look like he was tired in overtime. The second one, it went to double overtime in game 2, and Oilers lost at home 1-1 going back to Florida tonight for game 3. We'll have picks a little later on in the show, but I mean, Brad Marchand had 2 goals. Sam Bennett, I don't know what test this guy. He just has, I think he has 13 goals, 12 of them, I think, on the road or something. The guy's an animal. He's fucking fantastic. Seth Jones, one of their defensemen, he got on the board. We saw how good Leon Draisaitl is and Connor McDavid. Corey Perry scored a goal. I need one more, and we hit our future for the series prop. So shout out Corey Perry. But yeah, this fucking series has been so good. And even if you're not a fan of these two teams, which Elvis and myself are not, hockey fans in general are just thriving. the atmosphere in Canada. Oh my God. Florida's going to be rocking, but it's not going to compare to Edmonton. The scenes were incredible. Did you watch it?
I was able to watch the first quarter, games 1 and 2. On Friday night, I ended up being a little busy. You know how that goes, Dylan. But game 1 and 2, first quarter, electric.
Period.
Yeah.
Hockey people will have your head for that. But yeah, other than that, Panthers game 3 tonight. We'll see how it is. They are favorite here. Game 3, minus 140, plus 120 for Edmonton. Total is at 6.5. I think we got to keep betting overs for the game for right now, or especially the first period over. Other than that, kid, over the weekend, oh yeah, the Triple Crown is dead. I mean, I don't know if you watched it, but Sovereign Team won. Journalism got second. Baez, the guy that Malcolm and all of us we tailed, he got third.
Yeah, that's my thing. Why miss out on a chance of history?
Yeah, it's so sad that he took off the Preakness because there was no storyline going into this weekend, and there's no Triple Crown now.
Yeah. Is the Triple Crown a thing of a past? That's one thing. That's
the big question.
That's my next question to Malcolm. Let me write that down. Is this a chance that the Triple Crown? Because
it's sad.
Yeah, it's a damn shame.
I watched it.
Give credit to Sovereignty.
Yeah, no, shout out Sovereignty. I think he walked away or his trainer walked away with 1.3.
And journalism, because journalism had a stretch.
Both of them. It was those two are the best. Mm-hmm. Those two are the best right now. And I watched it, and when he won, I go, I was like, yeah, congrats, but I was like, you didn't win the Triple Crown.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I bet you, I don't want to, you can't guarantee anything, but there's probably a really good chance he would have won the Preakness as well.
Yeah, because let's not forget, journalism came out the back stretch to win that. Who would have known Sovereignty would have been already up there just stretching it out?
You think the trainer's kicking himself like, fuck, we should have did it, or nah?
If Malcolm is right and they made 10 plus, possibly 20 just off breeding the horse for a couple of weeks after the Kentucky, possibly not, but maybe they are, just because about the amount of breeding and money that would have came in as a Triple Crown winner.
Yeah.
So I don't know, possibly, but hey, if they already made that from the front end, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no. Just unfortunate. I was kind of bummed out, and all my notes, all I wrote is the Triple Crown is dead. That's all I wrote.
But shout out Malcolm.
Yeah. We'll get him on for maybe All-Star
Kind of gave us a trifecta.
He did, but just the wrong order.
The wrong order. So if you just flip them around a little bit, he went 3 for 3.
What was again? Yeah, that's a way to spin it. Yeah. Man, fucking UFL kicked my ass.
Oh, Dale, let's go into it real quick because I want to know. Shit. Was it us? Was it Kobe?
Bro, I don't know.
Because we all picked the same thing.
We all had Stallions.
All the listeners, I hope they just faded. These 3 dudes all picking. Got at least
go the other side.
Just on a parlay.
I mean, I watched the first game and I was like, oh, shocked. Yeah. I was shocked because
44. The total amount of points, I was shocked, but how well
Michigan played. No, that's not even what shocked me the most. What shocked me the most was the second game. How bad St. Louis's defense was at home, and how good DC's defense was on the road. I mean,
that was the best I ever seen DC.
Best.
I shut it off. I knew the game was over at half.
Jordan Ta'amu is the best player in the league. I mean, he should win the MVP. And Michigan's favorite. They're 3-point favorite next week in the finals.
Throughout the season, they deserve to be, but
I said, I said this a few weeks back. I thought Michigan had the best roster, like defense, offensive
line as well.
Yes, they had it. They had it all, and I got to give it up for this guy. It's hell of a run, 3 years, champs, but they couldn't run the ball. They couldn't stop a nosebleed. It was a bad performance by Skip Holson and the Stallions, if I'm going to be honest. They got blown. Both games went over the total. Battlehawks, they did. Colby said it as well, and they did everything for the Battlehawks, and they still couldn't even make it to the finals.
It's a shame, though. I think, out of both of games, I'm gonna say DC was the more surprising.
100%.
Because we all know Michigan were good, but we also saw them, the week prior lose to the Houston Roughnecks. We know all the potential was there with Michigan, but DC doing the Black Battlehawks the way they did, it's one thing to go out there and win the game, but to hit the switch. Remember last week they lost the game 13-8. To flip the switch like that offensively on the road, gotta give DC credit. I didn't see that.
Even their defense.
Michigan, I could have saw Michigan winning the game.
Yeah.
But not score 40. But DC to score 36 and to hold the Battlehawks to 18, did not see that coming.
No, and I don't even know what to do for this coming weekend. Who does that?
Whatever.
I don't even know the total. I like both unders, and they both went over.
Yeah. To be honest, though, I think from semifinals week, I'm going to go with what I like and then fade it. Because I think that might be the best bet, people. I apologize. I apologize.
It wasn't the best weekend. UFC was good for me, but that's a different pod. But yeah, UFL, Belmont, NBA. It was a tough weekend for the boy. Let's talk about the NFL a little bit real quick before we get into it. It broke like 5 minutes before we ended the show, so we really didn't get to talk about it. But Aaron Rodgers is back. He is signing a 1-year, $13.65 million deal, worth up to 19.5 with player incentives.
More enthusiasm, Dill. Little more.
No. 10 million.
A-Rod is back. Mr. Discount Double Check is back. Guess what we will be seeing him week 1 at MetLife, Dill?
Face planted in the turf.
Stupid.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be a showdown. Real quick, people.
You think the Jets are favorite?
The Jets are +3.
Oh, I
already put money on it. No, I'm joking. But
Jets are +3. I love it.
I almost put money on it.
Yeah,
if it was
that's a great teaser spot.
Yeah, if it was like -1.5, you already know.
Outright.
But, I've been saying it all along, people. I think this landing spot for Aaron Rodgers made the most sense. Mike Tomlin, championship head coach, gives him the best opportunity to win now. You look at all the other teams that were in quarterback need. Aaron Rodgers not trying to go to a rebuild situation. He wants to go somewhere he could possibly win now. Not saying the Pittsburgh Steelers are contenders, but out of the teams that were available that it needed a quarterback, they have the best chances to possibly represent the AFC North. I'm not saying they're going to win it, but I give them a shot with A-Rod. Just look at the quarterback room prior, Dill. You had Will Howard, Mason Rudolph, and no disrespect, it was somebody else, and that can't name you. And there's no disrespect to no guys, but Aaron Rodgers is much better. He gives you a better position to win. I have no doubt in my mind that the Steelers will be a playoff team this upcoming season. Didn't have that in I couldn't say that a week ago, Dill. And I think you would agree on me on that. Aaron Rodgers at least elevates his team for potential. Last week they had none. This week they have some with Aaron Rodgers.
I don't agree. I don't think they're a playoff team.
All right, real quick, before you start.
Yeah.
Is Aaron Rodgers a downgrade or upgrade from what they had last season?
Well, considering they didn't last season,
it's only one viable answer now, Dylan. Let's be real.
I think he's better. I think he's better than Russ. I'll say that. I don't know.
So it's an upgrade from last season.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's better than Russ or not Russ, Justin Fields, but we'll see. Now to your other point, yeah, last week they didn't have a quarterback. So yeah, obviously that's an upgrade. I don't know. The AFC is tough, bro. The AFC is way tougher than the NFC, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Buffalo. They're good. Miami's always going to be an 8-9 win team. They're about to trade Jalen Ramsey. New England's going to be better. Jets are going to be a 6-7, hopefully 8-win team.
Jets would be better.
Yeah.
That's it.
You got the Ravens and the Bengals. Bengals are going to be better. I don't expect them to be 9-8.
I expect the Bengals to be on the market for either a Jair Alexander or a Jalen Ramsey. I hope they are.
You got whoever's going to win the AFC South, probably only one team, probably Houston. And then you got, I think, 3 really good teams. Obviously, Kansas City, we don't have to talk about them. Chargers, they're going to be good in the second year of Harbaugh. And watch Bo Nix. He surprised a lot of people last year. So I don't think it's a given where you could just be like, yep, they're a playoff team. No, I think it's tough. And I think they also have a really tough schedule as well. I mean, you open up week 1. You don't know how that's going to be on the road. It's tough. You got on the road against the Patriots. You got the Vikings. On the road against the Chargers, on the road against the Bears. Oh, if he beats the Bears, it sucks for Bears fans. He's like, I owe you.
Discount double check at Chicago.
In Chicago,
that's a must-watch game.
At the Ravens, at the Lions. It's not the easiest schedule. I'll say that. And you talk about the depth chart. They lost Najee Harris, who I think is a stud. I'm not sold on Jalen Warren. I like Trey Sermon. Shout out Ohio State. Outside of DK Metcalf and Pat Freiermuth, honestly, I know you like Aaron and you're a fan of the Steelers, but do you really trust on the tail end of his career Robert Woods and Calvin Austin?
No.
So that's my thing. Outside of DK and Pat Freiermuth, who I think are good players, the Jets had more. The Jets had more weapons than Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. But if Aaron Rodgers is able to play, and I believe he will at a higher level than Russ did last year, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers might be in position to repeat what they did last year, and does that be a playoff team? And come playoff time, Dill, anything is possible, and I think Mike Tomlin is due for a playoff win.
Yeah, and that's the big key. You got Mike Tomlin, and with him, I think anything
and let's
is
not
possible.
Forget, people, they have a top 10 defense. If JJ's healthy, might have a top 7, top 6 defense.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm interested to see how healthy, quote unquote, he is. I guess my question to you before we move on, why wait so long? Did he want to see if they because they did draft Will Howard, shout out Ohio State. They did sign him in the draft. Why do you think he did? Or he just didn't want to go to voluntary minicamp? Is that
two things could be true, Dylan. I'm going to say we know Aaron Rodgers throughout his Hall of Fame career hasn't been a voluntary training camp type of guy. We know this. So the Jets made a big deal last year over.
He went to Egypt.
Yeah, and we saw him not show up for camps in his last 2 years as a Packer. I understand he didn't accomplish anything, but he did finish 2 out of the last 3 seasons with back-to-back MVPs. Never showed up to voluntary or involuntary training camp. So
I think yes. Again, 2 things could be true. I don't think he needs to do it at this point of his career, but when it's your first time with a new team, you gotta build some chemistry.
Yeah, you should. I'm not saying it's a good thing that he's missing bowl. I'm saying is not shocked by it by one bit at all.
You mentioned the Packers. They did release Jair Alexander today, 2-time Pro Bowler as well. Apparently, according to Rap Sheet, the Packers and the Bills had a deal in place, but they couldn't agree on some terms. It fell through. Ultimately, the Packers winded up releasing Jair Alexander. He was going to cost a lot. We saw this coming. I think we talked about it or mentioned it a few months ago, I think during the draft, but very unfortunate. But he is a good cornerback, probably a top 7, top 8-ish corner.
When healthy,
yes. I the funniest moment with Jair Alexander, because he's from Charlotte, and when he made himself volunteer captain when they played the Panthers, and then got suspended the next day, and they asked him the next game, they asked him like, there was only 3 captains, and you just ran out and you started speaking. He goes, yeah, everyone was cool with it. He went with sunglasses on and everything. He goes, I'm surprised they didn't make me. I'm from Charlotte.
Shout out,
Jair. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite moments from him.
I hope the Bills don't sign him as a Patriots fan. I think it'll be bad for Drake.
Bengals.
But like I said earlier, I think Bengals will be the perfect destination for either of those two
What about the
quarterbacks.
Dolphins? Because they're
If
gonna
it,
get rid of
yeah, they don't want to pay
Jalen.
Jalen Ramsey. You think they want to pay Jair, who's going to play less
think-
games than Jalen?
Who
Jalen
would
stays on the
cost
field.
less?
Jair, but who's going to give you more bang for your buck? Jalen's going to play week in, week out. Jair's going to miss 4 games, maybe 6.
You get him cheap.
I don't know, Don. Well, one thing Miami got going for them, no state tax.
Yeah,
So,
he is from the South. He is
that-
from
That plays a
Charlotte.
big factor now. Plays a big factor.
Yeah, we'll see. Definitely not on the Jets. And then we got a free agent. You got a 1-year deal. Nick Chubb, depending on physical how it goes. But Nick Chubb, apparently during draft, he was talking to the Browns saying, "Hey, let's work something out." He wanted to stay, didn't get a deal done. Winds up signing with the Texans on a 1-year deal. So Nick Chubb and Joe Mixon, are you worried? Like, I guess fantasy wise for Joe Mixon.
Not at all. I think that you got 2 seasoned vets on the team. I think it's great for CJ Stroud and the Texans. And if I'm Joe Mixon, if I'm playing on drafting him this fantasy season, I wouldn't be too worried. I think Nick Chubb would be more of like a 3rd down back, all reliable, because Mixon is still, the dual threat, catching and running the ball more than Nick Chubb.
Yeah, so can't wait. I think we're under 90 days for NFL kickoff. I think 70-something, 80-something for college football kids. So cannot wait for that. Anything else I missed over the weekend?
Nah, that's it, man. Shout out Discount Double Check. He's back.
Yeah, whatever. All right, before we get to let's get to some plays. Before we do that, quick word from our sponsor. We're brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. It is no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We favored tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing a round of golf with the boys or an elderberry watching Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. I believe here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to these plays. Let's start in the NHL. We got Game 3 tonight in Florida. Panthers hosting the Edmonton Oilers. Panthers -139, come down a little bit, +124 for the Oilers. Total is at 6.5. The over is at plus money, +108. If you like the first period, over 1.5, that is at -133. Okay, what are we feeling here for Game 3?
Before we came on the show, I was talking to Cuddy. Everybody knows Cuddy's my inside track, my NHL insider. He told me, he said, Cuddy, I already know. I told you Oilers Game 1, took the over. Told me I went with Florida Game 2. Florida hit. Dell, I'm going with Florida Game 3, -140 on the money line. But I'm going to advise the people. I'm going to tell the people Cuddy's telling me to go the other way. For the first time, I'm going to fade Cuddy. Give me the Florida Panthers -140 on the money line, people. And if you don't love the -140, alternate over 4.5. I do like the over 6.5, but if you want to play it safe, get to -104. Panthers money line over 4.5 goals, -104.
I'm going to stay away from this side, but got to take Brad Marchand over 0.5 point to get that at -105. I got to keep cashing Corey Perry anytime goal. That's at +325 as well. Now, I talked about it. The over, it's been great for over bettors this series so far. The first period over, along with both teams to score. Second period over and full game over has cashed in each game. And it was only the third period that we had just one goal in each of the first 2 games. But now going down to South Florida, it's going to be 90 degrees tonight, 48% humidity. I think there might be a good chance that the outside temperatures could play a role here. And last year's rematch with these two teams, games 3 and 4 in Florida had 5 combined goals or fewer, compared to the 3 games in Edmonton that had 6 goals or more, 7, 9, and 6 games. So there are also fewer shots on goal that were games played in Florida as well. 48 combined shots compared to 60 in Edmonton. I guess I just don't have the cojones to play the under, but I guess I would lean that way. I'm gonna stay away. I'll probably maybe take the first period under, actually kind of fade what's been going on, shifting away, but
it's been electric the first
it's
quarter.
been electric. I think things calmed down just a little bit here, but I am going to take Florida, kid. I think Florida here at home, coming off that monumental win in game 2 with Brad Marchand, think they got the momentum here. I still like Oilers in the series, but I'm going to take Edmonton minus 139. I like Corey Perry anytime goal and Brad Marchand to score a point.
You take Florida at minus 139.
Yeah, what did I say? No, Edmonton. I still like Edmonton to win the series, but Florida to win tonight.
Okay.
All right, kid. Anything else on the game? Do you want to?
No, that's it. We're fading Cuddy. Yeah, I'm shocked by that because Cuddy got the inside,
and he lives in Florida, so
yeah. He's not biased, by the way.
No,
biased.
No,
of course. He said Edmonton.
We're part of the media. We can't. It's our job not to be biased. Let's go to the MLB. It's a shorter slate always on a Monday. We had traveling day. Hey, shout out you. You took 2 or 3 from the Yankees. Good job. Sunday night baseball. Yes, good job. I had Boston last night plus 193. 5 home runs. You saw Devers
over
double deck.
Come on now, nothing. No, get that man.
They need to pay Devers.
We need to pay that man.
9 games today in the Diamond. I got a few that I like. What? I'll start with you though, kid. What do you like?
I'm gonna give you 2 dogs for the people listening. Trail if you want. I'm gonna give you 2 dogs. First start. I'm not gonna lie. Atlanta with Chris Sale after losing 5 straight worries me just a tad.
They're terrible. No, they're
exactly. Terrible. Give me the Brewers plus 145 on the money line. Money's coming the other way. Plus 132 as of right now. Caught plus 145 earlier. Chris Sale, since he put the Braves uniform on, he's been great. Past year and a half been great. But this ain't the same Atlanta team. I don't know what's going on. Give me the Brew Crew. Plus 145 on the money line. Dog. And then another matchup. Dodgers taking on the San Diego Padres. Drake May taking on my boy, former Red Sox great Pivetta. Give me another dog. Give me the Padres plus 101 on the money line at home. We know how good this team is at home. Dodgers, they're solid, but I expect the San Diego to take care of business in this little rivalry at home. Give me plus 101 on the money line. As of right now, I see plus 104.
Little small dogs here, but I'm going to keep rolling with the Pirates, kid. Mike Barrows taking on Yuri Perez. Or not. Oh, Yuri Perez is going. I thought it was Sandy Alcantara, but it doesn't matter. Pirates here. I think they keep it rolling. They just swept the Phillies over the weekend as well. They're playing some good baseball right now. Kind of like the under as well. 2 very poor offenses, but I like the Pirates here. Short. Their money's coming in. It's minus 120. I got it at minus 111. Like that. I like the Cubs. I mean, Phillies stink. I know Zach Wheeler coming off paternity leave. Shout out him and his wife. They had a baby. But Cubs, much better team. They're not hitting as well as they have been recently, but Matthew Boyd, I think, is very serviceable. Cubs, I just can't trust the Phillies right now being able to score some runs. So I like the Cubs here at plus 113. I think that's live. I like Tampa Bay as well. We're going to fade the Red Sox playing on Sunday Night Baseball, having to travel. They got in late last night. Going to take Tampa, who just finds ways to win recently. So yeah, I'll take the Tampa Bay Rays. Milwaukee plus 138. Atlanta sucks. They leave so many guys on base. Their pitching stinks. Yeah, I don't want to back them either. And then what else do I like? Kind of like the under 9.5 Seattle, Arizona. Total seems a little high, but that's all I have. We gave it a lot of dogs.
Yeah, a lot of dogs. I'm surprised you don't like St. Louis today. against Barrios.
I was
I know you don't like Barrios.
I don't like Barrios, but I was actually they're 9-1. They're one of the hottest baseball teams right now, Toronto. They're playing really good. So honestly, I was gonna back Toronto, but I want to know. I hate Barrios, so especially on the road. So kind of just stayed away from it if I'm being honest. But I do lean Toronto for anybody that wanted that game. Let's go to the NBA. Let's go to the finals. It is game 3 on Wednesday, but we won't have a pod till Thursday. So game 3 back in Indiana. Like I said a little earlier, Pacers, not as big underdogs coming back home. OKC laying 5.5. They're minus 215 on the money line, plus 183 for the Pacers. Total is at 228. How are we playing this game, kid? We think Indiana could keep this one close?
I think they could keep it close. Not sure if I'm gonna take them plus 5.5, but I do lean it. Oh, we got some breaking news. Hold on, Dale. I'm sorry.
The Red Sox.
Red
Sox are calling up outfielder Ramon Anthony. That's the number 1 prospect in baseball. You need it. Kid's a stud. He's an outfielder too.
Good. That's good. Justin Durant might be on the market, so
we need him.
That might be something to hold on. But hey, it's the reason why we're calling him up. Hopefully that ain't the reason, but it's the reason why we calling him up, though. Indiana back at home. I wish it was like 7.5, 8.5, because I do think they'll make things interesting, though. Kind of like OKC first half. I think it's minus 2.5 and minus 110. Kind of like them in the first half, but we was talking about this guy earlier. What he's been doing the first 2 games of this series has been all-time great. I'm going to fade him, Dale. Give me SGH under 34.5. I might regret this later.
You're going to regret it.
But what he's been doing games 1 and 2, I don't think it's sustainable, though, to do it. 3 games straight, 34 plus, 35 plus to start your NBA Finals debut. I'm going to have to see it to believe it. Give me the under 34.5. If he goes first 3 games of his finals career, 35 plus, you're doing things that the all-time greats couldn't.
But my question to you is, who could stop him? No one. It doesn't matter if it's Neesmith.
We're going to see. Game 3. Give me the under 34.5.
If he goes over it, are you done fading him? Because I think this is the second time now you faded him.
Yeah, game 1, I faded him just because I felt like 35 was a huge number for anybody for a game 1. It could have been Jordan. It could have been Kobe. I would have said under.
Now, if he goes 35 and over again, are we going to have to rethink this strategy?
It's not a strategy, Dale. It's just, can he remains being that great?
Seems like it.
I'm gonna fade it. I think it's tough. Dill, real quick.
Yeah.
Put SGA aside.
Yeah.
Would you advise anybody betting over 34.5?
I guess it just depends on the person.
I know. No. Put SGA aside. Would you advise someone to constantly bet over 34.5? This ain't James Harden in 2016.
Constantly? Probably not, but I think recency bias. But recency bias shows us that he's been able to do it.
I gave him his flowers early, and I'm not.
But I'm asking you if he does it again, game 3, are you gonna continue to bet under?
If it goes to 36.5, probably not. That's the thing, though. To me, it's astounding to me that his over-under is at 35 points. This is the NBA Finals. This ain't a game in February.
Yeah, but the Pacers don't have the best defense. We're not talking about...
But they're not a bad defense.
No, they're not bad, but I'll say this. If the roles were reversed and SGA was on Indiana and his total was 34.5, 35, whatever it's at, then I would bet the under because OKC's defense is so swarming. But Indiana doesn't play like that.
I understand that, Dale, but I'm just saying on the principle, it could have been Kobe.
No, I don't think principle. I don't think it's too high. I don't.
For a finals.
No, not for him. Not for him. He's proving it.
I know. I understand he's proving it, though. I'm saying in general for anybody, it's too high.
Well, I think that's a different argument because anybody's not going to have that. But there's only going to be like probably only 5 people with that total.
Yeah.
What are you gonna think?
We saw SGH multiple times, especially against the Denver series, where he just had a bad night. I think we saw it in the game when they lost by 40. I think he had like 16 or 17 points. I think 1 or 2 games against Denver, he had under like 23 points, 24 points. Wouldn't be surprised if he just has a subpar game and gives you 28 points still.
I think the only way SGA goes under this is if he gets into some kind of foul trouble, which I don't expect him to.
I don't expect him to get a charge or get a couple charges. I doubt it.
Kind of like Luke Dort as well. Maybe his over. It was I saw his points, rebounds, and assists as par at like 13.5. Think he could get that. Also Caruso. Huge Caruso guy. He's been fantastic in this finals.
And I also like Pascal Siakam over 19.5. I think he's due for a big game. I'm not gonna say he's been struggling, but we haven't seen Pascal be.
Last game he struggled.
Yeah. He hasn't been impactful like we saw him throughout this playoff run. Wouldn't surprise me at all. He gives you a 20-25 burger in game 3 at home.
All right, kid. We got the finals.
UFL
finals.
Over. Also like the over.
Okay. Hey, we got a lot of picks from you today.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I'm gonna take that officially. Give me the over 228.5, just because the crowd's gonna be electric, and I think OKC is gonna. I'm not gonna say force, but I think they're gonna
force.
No, they're gonna be. They're gonna have to play more towards Indiana's pace, especially at Indiana.
I got a question for you. Since she is hurt and not playing right now,
Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
Does
she attend the game? If she does, that's a huge boost. Huge. I think they're undefeated when she goes to the game.
Realistically, are the Fever and Pacers the same owner? Does he own both?
I have no idea.
If he owns both, yes, because those tickets ain't cheap.
Oh, she's getting free tickets regardless.
But if her, let's just say her boss, like the owner, I think yes, she'll be at the game no matter what. If he doesn't own the Fever, I think it'll be a little harder to get game, but not for her, but in general.
Real quick, and then we could head on out of here. You see those guys on, I don't know if they're on Twitch or if they have a pod, but it's like these 4 guys that they bet every Angel Reese game for her to miss her first basket.
I've seen that.
Yeah. So
they cashed the first 3-4 games.
I think they cashed the first 4. She made her first one yesterday, and then she went and now fade her again for the next 4 or 5. Those videos are the best. Those guys are hilarious. Want to give them the shout out, but no. So CBS Sports. First of all, I have so many ways I want to go. So Angel Reese pulled up in the game in all black, right? Ready for?
I saw the outfit. Yeah, I saw the outfit.
They lost.
Best outfit.
They lost by 30+ without Caitlin Clark.
Fever a good team now. Fever is a good team,
but without Caitlin Clark, they lost by 30. Chicago is terrible. But the main thing is why I'm bringing this up. CBS Sports, they tweeted out Angel Reese on a fast break, open layup, cashed it. The caption is Angel Reese making it look easy with the face with blowing smoke out of the nose. Like, yeah, give me that. I'm convinced they're trolling us at this point. They lost by 30. She had 4 points in the game. She's shooting like 20% from the season. She was a -20 in the game, and they're posting her hitting an open layup like she's Kobe. They gotta be trolling, right? They gotta be trolling.
What is it, CBS or
CBS Sports? You gotta look it up, and it's just an open layup. And they said she's making it look easy. They're trolling me now.
Was it on X?
Yeah,
they're trolling. Yeah, it was trolling. I hope,
bro. I actually laughed at it. I was like, nah, that got it. It has 5 million views.
Oh yeah,
because they're trolling.
I hope. I'm about to go on X right now. Let's see it.
Hold up. I'm about to add you. Yeah, I'm about to tag you in it because There's a lot. They do a lot. Oh yeah, I found you real quick. All right, I just added you in it. Look at it real quick, and then we can get off. You see it?
You added me, but I don't know how to see it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is someone who doesn't use X. On the bottom, you'll get a notification.
Yeah, I clicked it. It's just at Elvis the Dream Agent.
Well, scroll up.
No, I'm gonna just search on their thing.
Oh man, this sounds like our grandfather, like an old head. I don't know how to use it.
Hold on. Is it a picture?
No, it's a video of her hitting a layup.
A strong finish from Angela Reese.
No, just the caption is Angel Reese making it look easy.
Oh, it says too easy for Casey Mitchell.
Nah.
You sure it was Angela?
Yeah, it's Angel Reese.
It's not. Yo, bro, send me a screenshot. Damn, I'm old.
Oh, bro, this is bad. This is bad podcasting too. Hold up.
Oh my god, I don't know how to use Twitter. It says I got 4 views.
Oh man, this is bad.
Is it on my thing?
Hold up. I just sent it to you through text. Open it. This is bad. Shout out to 30 people watching this right now. Just like,
all right. For the record, people.
No, they're trolling.
At the game, it's first quarter, 7 minutes, and the score is 7-4.
It don't matter.
It was an impactful bucket.
Everyone, they lost by 30.
I know, but you made it seem like she made a bucket when they were down 24.
She had 4 points in the game.
Let me see. No way.
Bro.
She made it look easy. Yo, that got it.
I'm telling you, they're trolling us.
Nah, I gotta check her numbers. This game was yesterday. WNBA. Hold on. Let me check. If she had 4, I'm gonna just walk off. If she had 4, I'm walking off. Yeah. No, Saturday. Because she was making it look easy. She had 4 points.
That's gonna do it. I mean, this is ridiculous. Good luck on all your bets. Enjoy the games, and we'll see you guys on Thursday.